Okay, I've got some of these jumbo hearts that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. And then we're just going to need some yarn. This craft's a little time consuming, so you may want to put on something in the background to watch or listen to. Okay, you're just going to start by putting some hot glue down the center and then also at the other end. And then you're just going to wrap it. But as you're wrapping it, you're going to need to place hot glue along each strand of yarn. And then that way you can place the yarn as close as possible to the first piece. And you're just going to continue this all the way to the end. So we got one side done, and now it's time to do the other side. And we're just pretty much going to start where our first one had left off. That way it looks seamless. I do find it easier to get this to lay down if you don't pull it too tight. Just kind of pat it in. And if you don't have these finger protectors, you could always use a silicone spatula to tap it down. All right, we got one finished. And you can make as many of these as you want. You can also wrap them in different ways to give a different look. In this, we are going to be making some trees for Valentine's Day. I have got a foam tree from the Dollar Tree, or cone-shaped floral foam from the Dollar Tree. I wanted to have two different sizes, so I had this from Christmas time from the Dollar Tree. They had the tinsel wrapped all around it, and I just took the tinsel off. So I'm going to be using this as well. And then we're going to need yarn of your choice. We can use, jute rope. This, I believe, is just some macrame cord, a white, and the chunky yarn. And then we're just going to need also some embellishments for our trees. And I have got some things that I picked up. Let's see this. Yes, I got this from the Dollar Tree. And then these two here I did pick up from Hobby Lobby with 40% off. I actually filmed this, but it was so out of frame that I have to at least make one more so I can show you exactly what I did. And these are the ones that I made out of frame. This one is the foam. I did this one. Just wrapped it around with some macrame rope and then used some little foam stickers that I had picked up at Hobby Lobby. They come in a package. And then used one of the Dollar Tree little heart glitters for the top. This one here I'm in love with. I actually used one of the blanks. You'll see them with the tinsel on it, and you pull the tinsel off and it'll have this little plastic tree frame. And I just wrapped it around with some white bulky yarn and then took some of this vine and wrapped it around it. And I just think it's gorgeous. Of course, you could put some lights around it also. That would be very pretty. But I like this so much that I actually want to make a smaller one. So that's what I'm going to do in focus, hopefully, or in frame, hopefully this time. Just going to have some finger protectors. And pretty much there's nothing to it. You're just going to wrap this yarn around this foam, glue it in spots. I do recommend that if you have a dual temperature glue gun, you have your setting on low. All right, so we're just going to start putting some glue around the edge here, just so we can start. We're just gonna roll it around. You want to get it as close to each other as possible. I did pick up some of these wooden sticks from the Dollar Tree. They came in pink and red. And I'm just going to use one of those for the top of it. I'm just going to trim this stick off a little. Then we're just going to take some of this little vine. Just going to kind of push that in there on the bottom. I'm just going to wrap that around. I'm just going to stick that in that little piece of styrofoam. And then wrap the next piece. All right, there it is. And now I've got this set. I think it's so pretty. What do you guys think? All right, on this one, we're going to need some foam board, or you could use some cardboard, cut up a box and use that. We're going to trace some hearts on the foam board. And then just cut that out with an X-Acto knife. And with those hearts, we're going to take some yarn and just wrap it around. That's going to give us some nice little bowl fillers. And what I used to trace the heart out with was just this piece off of a Dollar Tree sign. It's always a good idea to save those scraps. And then you're just going to wrap away. there we have it. And you can make as many of those as you want, any color you want. You can get the yarn from craft store. You can also pick up yarn from the Dollar Tree. And you can also use chunky yarn. Like I said, they're going to make really nice bowl fillers. This next DIY, we're going to use these foam, a half round. We'll need something like you're decorating a cupcake, coffee mug, and some stickers. Or you could use a cutting machine to create your own decals, which is what I have done. But you can pick up Valentine's type stickers at probably any craft store right about now. So it's my little makeshift mug holder, so I can put it down and it won't keep moving on me. And I'm just going to wipe this coffee cup down with some alcohol before I put my decals on, just to make sure that they stick very nicely. Isn't that pretty? It's amazing what you can do with any kind of vinyl decal, stickers, and all it took was a $1.65 mug, which you can get these at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. That just happened to come from Big Lots. And we're also going to need some lightweight spackling. And this is going to be for the frosting because we're going to make a little cupcake mug. I guess you could call it that. I'm going to use my cup as a little bag holder so I can put the spackle in there just to make it a little easier. All right, we're just going to decorate this like we would any kind of cupcake. Before that completely dries, we want to decorate it with some sprinkles. I've got these faux sprinkles. I picked these up at Hobby Lobby. They were $3.99, but they were 40% off. A pair of tweezers would help you get it along the edges here. All right, now that we've had a chance for our little topping to dry, I did stick this heart in it. Oh, so isn't that adorable? Oh, I love it. I make these with little marshmallow people, but I thought this would be so pretty. And then we're just going, and you can just actually use this as a setter. That way, if you do want to ever use this coffee cup, you don't have any kind of glue. But I am not ever going to use the coffee cup. I'll just use it for decoration. So I'm going to put just a little bit of hot glue. Just to kind of tack it in place. And there we have it. Now, I will say, when you put the sprinkles on, make sure you get them in there because they do fall off if you don't. I think that's so pretty. It'll look adorable on a tiered tray, coffee bar, especially a coffee bar.